All right, we had, well, the ideas for another kind of comparison video on this B9 S5. Unfortunately, when we went out to try to do some before, this car's all-wheel drive. In a lot of all-wheel drive Volkswagen and Audis, we can disconnect the Haldex and put it on our dyno. In this case, this one specifically, we can't do that. It does require all-wheel drive dyno. So we wanted to go out and do some dragy, get some dragy data before we do this swap on this thing. However, we went out and set some time aside to go do it, and we went to the spot that we would usually go, and there was a car on fire on the side of the road and all kinds of fire trucks and stuff, so we couldn't get that information for you guys. But we're still going to film this whole process. It is good content, and maybe we'll be able to get some dragy, at least some dragy information after the fact from the owner, because the owner does have a dragy as well. So we might be able to put some of that information, hopefully, towards the end of this video. He does plan on actually dynoing it, bringing it to another shop and doing an all-wheel drive dyno as well. So hopefully by the end of this video, if you're seeing it, then we would have gotten some of that information to share with you guys. So let's talk about it. It's a B9 S5, which is a single turbo 6-cylinder. We have modified this one before. It's a little dusty right now, but we've done APR Intake. We've done integrated engineering, upgraded downpipe. We'll probably have some B-roll and stuff of this. It also does have an AWE track edition CAPEC exhaust, so it sounds insane. We'll have some of that in this as well. But the plans for it now is a turbo upgrade. So we're doing the TTE810. So this thing is actually capable of a lot of power. And I think by the end of it, the way that these work, and I can't remember the information exactly, so don't quote me, maybe we'll put it on the screen. I think on pump gas, this will make close to 600. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I got the information so I can start rambling some more. We're doing everything to maximize the turbo in this setup. So I think I said we were doing the TTE810. We're also doing upgraded high pressure fuel pump, upgraded injectors, upgraded map sensors, basically everything. What else did we do? I did upgraded intercooler on this already. So we're doing everything we can to maximize the turbo's capabilities, even on ethanol. So on pump gas, it should make around 590 crank horsepower and around 590 crank torque. So that would be on 91 pump gas. On E70-ish, it makes 774 horsepower and 716 torque. So these are based on 034's numbers for their stage 3 plus files. He also does have integrated engineering stage 3 files for this as well. So maybe we'll get some comparison of that. I don't know. The main goal is really to get all the parts on it, flash the 034 software to it, and get some good sound clips and stuff. And we'll hopefully have some dragy and some video footage of it after the fact once all the mods are done. So now that I've rambled, let's get to modifying this thing. We'll show you some of the parts as we go. All right, so turbo's just about to come out. One interesting thing about these things, as you can see, for those that think they have large downpipes, this is like 5 or 6 inch downpipe outlet on the turbo. So yeah, giant. So we're gonna start pulling this out and then getting the new TTE810 put in its place. All right, turbo's out on the S5. I'll show you kind of the comparison. Obviously, very similar in style because it has to fit all back in the same place. One thing that's very interesting about these turbos compared to your typical turbo setup, as you can see, because this is a hot V, meaning the turbo sits, or the exhaust manifolds point to the inside, so the cylinder heads are backwards in comparison to a regular V8. one side of the turbo, or one cylinder head, connects to this side of the turbo, and the other side of the other cylinder head, I'll spit it out, connects to this side of the turbo. So that's how both cylinder heads can feed one turbo sitting in the center. So lots of lines and everything to swap over, and then we start putting it back in the car. Okay, fuel pumps rebuilt. It was a 034 rebuild kit. I didn't film any of this because it's got to be kept very clean, so I didn't want to go back and forth between the camera and touching the pump, blah, blah, blah. But this is some of the stuff that gets taken out of the old pump and replaced. So now it's done, everything's clean, ready to go back in the car. Okay, S5, it is all buttoned up. High pressure fuel pump installed, map sensors installed, turbos obviously installed, new injectors, new plugs. As I probably mentioned at the beginning, I already did intake and intercooler. We did some transmission mounts. It has upgraded, AWE track exhaust. That's why you'll hear probably in the video, it's pretty loud, and it sounds even better now. So I'll give you some sound of it, just revving a little bit. It's really rainy and crappy out today, so we'll just likely take it for a quick little jaunt around the block, but we'll leave it for the owner to take out and abuse. We're hoping, and like I said probably at the beginning of this video, if you're seeing it, then we likely have some good draggy information and maybe some runs of it doing 0 to 60 or maybe even quarter mile and draggy, depending what the owner feels like doing. So hopefully you see this footage now.
Hoodie. 60. Quarter mile 30. Hoodie. 60. Quarter mile 30.
If you got any questions or comments about this video or anything else on our channel, be sure to ask below. This isn't the typical one for us. We did try to get out and really do some before and after, but as you've seen, we kind of got cut out of that at the beginning of this video. So thanks for everybody for supporting the channel. See you in the next video.